Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's Mindful Moment. This is Robin, the Balanced Mindset Coach. I help career professionals and executives whose work has overtaken their lives accelerate their leadership by creating balance. So this week, we're talking about digging deeper. We've talked about values and setting intentions, showing up as your authentic self. We've talked about the inner critic. We then moved on to a leadership series where we talked about leader versus manager. So, directing versus inspiring. We talked about catabolic versus anabolic. So, what is that energy, right? The catabolic is the draining energy, and the anabolic is the uplifting energy. And then last week we talked about perspective, right? How do you view your world? We all view the world through a filter, and that's the lens of our life. So it's week 8, 2 months. So all of this learning has gotten us here. What now? What's the next step? It's time to go deeper. It's time to pull off the mask and really get to the truth of who you really are. If you want to be a better leader in your career and in your life, you have to get unstuck. You have to rid yourself of what no longer serves you, and you have to pivot and really take that journey to self-discovery. So, what's your story? Whatever it is that's holding you back, that's your path forward. Whatever the frustration or the pain is, that exact thing is your opportunity. Chances are there's something that you're not being honest with yourself about. You're stuck in a story. That story creates a narrative that you actually begin to live out. That story is going to separate you from the life that you want by applying filters and creating a false reality out of those filters. So how then do we go deep and see through the filter? You have to be open. You have to be open to being in this world without judging every experience. You have to start being curious about yourself and the feelings that you experience. Let me give you an example. So, say you love to travel, but you have no one to travel with. Maybe your friends can't afford to go right now, or they have other things going on. So you become annoyed and a little sad that you can't, you tell yourself that you won't be able to go on that trip that you've always dreamed of. Well, you just told yourself a story, and now you begin to believe it. Since your friends can't go, you can't go. Why did you tell yourself that story? It's not likely to be true. Instead of accepting that your friends can't go and just sitting with that feeling, you'd realize that you probably are feeling disappointment. And then if you opened yourself up, you can acknowledge that you're feeling disappointed and start to get curious about it. Just because you have a feeling, it doesn't mean you have to be that feeling. You can choose to be a victim and say, woe is me, or you could say, I don't want to be disappointed. I choose not to. Then you can start to look at your options. One option might be go anyway. Book a trip by yourself. Set an intention to be more outgoing, meet new people. You can choose in that moment to feel excitement. Another option would be to choose another feeling. You can choose to think about why you really want to go on this trip. Maybe you're stressed out and overwhelmed. In that moment, you can start going deeper and get curious about why you're stressed out. What options do you have at work and in your life to decrease the stress? Maybe what you really need to do is find a new job or get out of a toxic relationship or start practicing self-care. You can choose at that moment to be full of gratitude because you took the time to focus inward on what you really need. And in turn, you can continue to be more mindful to yourself. If you don't take the time to be curious about your story, you will always be a victim. You will remain at the effect of your life and never at the cause. If you want to start leading and excelling, you need to be at the cause. You need to make things happen and not let everything happen to you. The world that you want to see is yours to see. So thank you for tuning in today. Share this video, send some likes or wows if this resonates with you. If you're struggling to go deeper and you're curious about how coaching can help you get there, go to my website and schedule a free 30-minute discovery call. To learn more about my coaching practice, go to thebalancemindset.com. Follow my Facebook page for updates and share feedback with me. Remember, a balanced mindset is key to creating a more balanced and fulfilling life, and that life can be yours today. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in.